keep your wife happy. That's what basically I can tell you. But do not bring your house in as an investment in terms of your balance sheet, in terms of to see where you're going to go. When I bought this house, the intent was never to have a great investment. But at the same time, it's one of the best investments that I've made. Now, why on earth do I say it's investment and it's not investment? Let me quickly tell you why. You see, there are two ways to invest. The first one is to invest emotionally, and the second one is to invest from a financial point of view. So when you buy a house from an investment point of view, the way that you're going to go about will be completely different from when you buy your house to stay in, to raise your family. Because the moment that you do that, it's to keep your family happy, it's to give them the security, you're going to raise a family, you're going to enjoy the place. But there's a sequence. The financial side, to me, was the first part. So when I bought this place cash. There were no bonds involved and stuff like that. Tanya saw the place about 25 years ago. She said to me, she likes the place. At that stage, we stay in Rustenburg. I had a lot of things that I've done here in Pretoria. And I asked her and I said to her, I think it's going to be great if we can move to Pretoria. But she was happy in Rustenburg. We had a nice house, she had nice friends and so forth. So we had a party here where a person invited us to come to their birthday party. And we were sitting there at the stoep. And then Tanya said to me, if you can buy me a place like this, I'll move. And that's how I bought this place. So I've bought this place simply because Tanya liked it. There's no investment other than that. But here's the trick. The moment that you are happy, the moment that your wife is happy, the moment that you can raise your children, this place has got everything that we want. There's a tennis court, there's a swimming pool. There was a jacuzzi, we took that out. There was a sauna, we took that out. There's a playroom. Now, we took that out and converted that after the children were out of school. But everything that we needed in a place is here. And that's the reason why I bought it. So from an emotional point of view, there's no greater investment because for the last 25 years, we've enjoyed this place. My wife is happy. I raised my children. Nowadays, my grandchildren are playing here. It's got like 5 hectares. The place next door, I also bought. But it was also an emotional decision because I wanted to have my parents next to me. So I bought that place. No intention whatsoever to make money out of that. They are staying there now for, about 15 or 18 years. In the meantime, my dad had died like 6 years ago. And my mom is staying there. Now, this is why when you invest, decide what kind of investment do you want. If it's an emotional investment, then treat it as emotion. When I'm going to sell here, or if I sell one day, it's not I'm going to replace this place because I still need a roof over my head. So the intent was never ever to really make money out of it. The same thing. If my mom passes away, I'm going to sell that place. I'm not going to see it as investment. What I'm going to do with the money becomes totally irrelevant because, or maybe I keep it. Maybe the kids can sell it one day. So keep your wife happy. That's what basically I can tell you. But do not bring your house in as an investment in terms of your balance sheet, in terms of to see where you're going to go. Tanya, for example, said to me, she wants this security. To her, security is very important. And she said she does not want bonds and use it as security to buy more and to grow our estate. So this place she sees this as a security blanket. And in doing so, it gives her the comfort, it gives her the peace of mind. And that means that I'm a happy person. Most people buy a place like this, and then they can't afford a place like this. And then from investment, they see it as investment, and they'll never be able to enjoy the place. This place can very, very quickly, because it's 5 hectares, can become a serious burden if you're not in a financial position to be able to afford a place like this. You know, the electricity It's a lot more because we've got three-phase. If you look at the maintenance in this place, we've got like 3-4 personnel working on a full-time basis here. It is not, to have this kind of environment is not cheap. So if you're not in a position to be able to afford that, and you have to go and borrow money, it's the worst investment financially as well as emotionally that you can make. And yet this is what people are doing on a regular basis. And I see it so many times where people, they buy stuff that they can't afford, thinking that one day they'll be able to afford it. If you can't afford it when you buy it, you should not buy it. It's that simple. Now, of course, I can't tell you what to do and what not to do. That is for you to decide. I'm just talking and telling you the way that I see it. And, if you've got like 40 years in the field and you've got 22 years where you are helping people to invest, then you see a pattern. And that pattern shows you certain things. And the one thing that I know for a fact, that do not buy something that you cannot afford to upkeep or to enjoy. Since we bought this place like 25 years ago, there's not a day that I haven't enjoyed this place. There's not a day that I haven't seen my wife happy because we've got this place. And that perhaps is one of the greatest investments that you can ever make in yourself, is to invest in yourself and in your happiness, and make sure that you raise your family in an environment that's good for them. Right. So, but from a purely financial point of view, no, this is not included in, and I don't see it as part of my wealth building as such. And I've never seen it. The same with the place next door. When I bought the farm many years ago, I never saw that as a investment. I saw it simply as a place to enjoy, and to go to the game farm and stuff like that. It turned out that that place, by the way, we turned that around into investment after a while. But initially, that was not the intent. So make sure that you understand what is your intent. What do you want to achieve from that? So if we look at the formula for riches, very simple. What's the intent? If the intent is emotional, let's call it freedom and peace of mind and to raise your family, then that becomes your intent, your belief system. Can I afford this place? Can I really capitalize on that emotional freedom? Yeah, then go for it. Then what do you focus? You focus to make it as comfortable as possible. You make it as nice as possible. I've got here cycads, everything except for these big trees. We're not here. We planted. We design this place the way that we like it. We create the environment here. My office is here. Tanya's office is here. We've got our children basically on this premises. It's incredible to have that and to be able to create an environment like that. But again, be careful not to do that. And one day when you retire, you have to sell the place, maybe even at a loss, if you take all the capital improvements and stuff and the amount of money that you put into a place like this. If you can't afford that investment to an emotional investment, be careful to make that emotional investment until you are ready. And that is basically my message for today. So the way that I apply the formula for riches when I'm doing an investment like this is completely different from the way that I apply the same formula when I invest in property. Right, so next time maybe we'll talk a little bit more about why I bought this 10 million rand property that I got for basically 100 rand, I think, and maybe we can apply the formula. So if you want to know a little bit more about that, how to apply the formula for that in quick, then tell me in the comment section and say to me a formula for riches and property. And then if there's enough people that wants to know how to do it, I'll gladly do that for you. And maybe even invite you to the property, The Road to Riches, where we really get into the financial side and how the different levels of investing in property. Okay, so with that, I'll see you then in the next one.